Hi, Facebook family. What's up? My name is Alexis Olson, coming to you live from Missoula, Montana. I'm a certified personal trainer and nutrition specialist, and I love helping men and women get in the best shape of their lives, mentally, spiritually, and physically online. So if you're watching this live, I wanted to share some spiritual principles that I use and that I have been taught and that have significantly helped me anytime I've been in a state of anxiety or just irrational fear or even rational fear. And so I only have 7% battery left, but I'm going to try to make this quick. So there's a couple of different things that I can do, and I will say that it works if you do them. They're really easy to do, but they're really easy not to do. So keep that in mind. One thing though I know for sure I was thinking about today is that having something to look forward to that's not your normal routine is really, really helpful, and just really locking in and knowing that you can have whatever you want. And so since you can have whatever you want, it's important to figure out what it is that you want and to be clear on it, and have things that you truly can get your energy behind and that you can almost like know for sure that you're going to make them happen. And so this can be something that's like totally out of the norm, something you're not currently doing, and get creative with it. And the bigger you can go and get your energy behind it, the better that will work. I also believe in the power of doing a brain dump. So like I ask myself these questions. When is the last time that I did a brain dump? And just like, have you journaled recently? That can help. It's really hard to like work through our thoughts in our head, especially if you're having anxiety, unless you put pen to paper. So try doing a brain dump and like a free write. Don't judge what comes up. Just get it all out there. If it's a specific situation, write about what it is, write about how you're feeling, and then ask yourself, is this ultimately true? What could be true as well? What else could be true? How would this situation make me feel better? What would this situation look like in the future if it happened like this? And then start writing about it. What that's going to do is that's going to activate law of attraction, and watch that your perspective will change, but also like how other people respond to you in your life will also start to shift if you can lock in on, basically the spiritual principle that I'm talking about here is just called blowing up the energy. So like if something happens and you think it means this, make it mean something else. You can make anything mean whatever you want it to. And Tony Robbins teaches this a lot, that, things affect us because of the meaning that we attach to it. And so whether it's something in your past or something that you're currently dealing with, you can really rewrite what it means. So get creative, ask yourself what else it could mean. I also highly recommend going on a gratitude rampage, and it's just like what it sounds. Hey, Ashley, thanks for joining. Just like getting crazy about what you're grateful for. So start really general. Sometimes like it's hard for me to be genuinely grateful about little things like necessities and like waking up, even though I know I should be. But if you're having a hard time grabbing something that you're grateful for, you can fake it. So you can write things as in the present tense that haven't happened yet, but you can write it as if it has happened or it is true right now, and write that you're grateful for it. So you can say, I'm so grateful I bought my new car, or I'm so grateful I reached my goal weight of 130 or whatever it is. I'm so grateful that I have, the relationship of my dreams. I'm so grateful that I earned $100,000 this year. And if you just fill up a page of that, I guarantee that you'll feel better. And if you're really committed and you really want to change your entire world, do this every day. You don't have to fill up a whole page, but just write the same thing over and over and over again. Maybe throw in a fresh one or something. And then, of course, like calling a friend, like getting a fresh perspective, being around people that love and care about you, calling family members. I find that doing all of these things will get you back into the flow, get you back to being inspired about your life, and get you back ready and willing to show up in the things that you have to show up in. And what's so great when you're not living in a state of anxiety is that those things that seem mundane, when you start to show up in them, all of a sudden they're brand new. Like nothing's maybe changed, but they feel brand new. You have new ideas, you feel creative, and you start crushing it with ease. Like you start crushing it with ease. You start seeing different solutions with ease. And so these are some of the spiritual principles that I use to deal with anxiety. It's not something that, thank God, that I deal with often anymore. But sometimes it happens and then I feel guilty about it, but then I open my mouth and I talk about how I'm feeling. And so that's what I did today, and it really helped pull me out, and I'm just feeling like money again. And I really am truly passionate about teaching other people how to feel good, because I do think that when we feel good and we can go from frustration or anxiety or anger to being content, feeling a little bit more at ease, feeling a little bit like we're looking forward to something, that is when we truly activate the law of attraction. And my life is living proof of the law of attraction working. And so I just want to encourage you to dream bigger. And if you want to talk about this more, just know you're not alone, even though it feels like it. Sometimes even talking to other people doesn't help and you still feel alone. So try those other things that I suggested at the beginning of this video. And then also, like, I was asking myself today, when's the last time I meditated? And I haven't meditated in months. And I used to do this every single day when I was working for myself full time. And I couldn't get through a day without meditating, because that is where I got my inspiration. That's where I found my belief for myself, quieting the thoughts, letting the truth of the universe come into me. And that's where I feel most connected to source, most connected to my higher power, most connected to God. So that being said, I'm going to take my own advice and meditate. But yeah, I also know that like I've been following up with a lot of you guys in my inbox, and a couple of you are going through a lot of stuff or just have anxiety, even though you have so many things going on that are amazing beyond your wildest dreams. And so I felt like this would be a good video to make. So if you think this would be helpful, then please share it. Anxiety and depression are real. Seek outside help if you need to. I'm not a doctor by any means, but I know that there's things that work out there, and don't be afraid or ashamed to try them. Sometimes, we need certain things at certain times to get through it, and that's totally okay. Don't judge the way that you cope, but know that you can be in the moment. You can handle this. You don't have to numb out with food or sex or drugs or alcohol or just like saying fuck it and procrastinating and not doing anything. There is a solution, and you'll be so proud of yourself if you employ some of these principles, because you'll be able to put this experience of how you move through it into your toolbox. So when it happens again, and it will, because that's how life works, is we need these types of contrasts and these types of like down situations, even if it's just made up in our head, so that we can realign with what it is that we want. Without contrast, we would not be reminded on how we want to feel, and we wouldn't be reminded, and we wouldn't have the knowing that there is a higher vibration, a higher frequency, a higher level of joy. So my grandma always told me to be grateful for your anxiety, be grateful for your depression. She told me she got that from Oprah. But really, if you just start saying, I'm so grateful that I was feeling anxious today. I'm so grateful that I was in my head today. I'm so grateful I was overanalyzing everything. It sounds weird, but you find the answers when you shift to that place, instead of ruminating on the thing that's making you anxious or trying to pinpoint all the different things that could be the cause of it. When really it's a gift. It truly is a gift, and it's meant to shift your vibration. It's meant for you to get into a higher place, and it's meant for you to, be able to show up as a leader, be able to grow into the woman or the man you've always wanted to be. So don't just brush it under the rug. Don't just stuff your feelings in. Don't just numb out over it. Employ these principles, find the solution, and then share with others how you did it, because someone else who is listening to you, whether you think no one's watching or not, people are watching. Whether no one likes your post or not, people are watching what you're doing. Share your process, share how you got through it, and you will save somebody. So I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and remember, tomorrow is never promised. So make the most out of today. Be grateful for even the shitty things. And yeah, love you guys. Talk to you soon.